I guess I should ride with Lex.
They talk about man. Oh, go. Yo, it's about time, so no curses to our enemies. You can try to run where you going, it's your destiny. You gotta fall, never rise, that's the melody. What you get to wrong, right? Get another legacy.
If gotta do the shit, when I do it carefully. You can lose everything you own over jealousy. When I met her, I ain't never sweat her, I just let her breathe. See you down, keep my foot on you, that's not my pedigree. At your throat, I done took her oath, I pray I never leave. I'm a different guy, you're surprised, tucked in my sleeve. Boy, you fucking stupid, sold your seat for some bloody beef. True nation, cut the conversation, better keep it brief.
It's about time, so no curses to our enemies. You can try to run where you going, it's your destiny. You gotta fall, never rise, that's the melody. What you get to witness, the beginning of a legacy.
It's about time, send them curses to them enemies. You can try to run where you going, this your destiny. Confusion gotta fall, never rise, that's the melody. What you get to witness, the beginning of a legacy. It's about time, send them curses to them enemies. You can try to run where you going, this your destiny. Confusion gotta fall, never rise, that's the melody. What you get to witness, the beginning of a legacy. They don't wanna know, we tell them, they just won't believe. It's about the journey, I ain't worried, moving at my speed. Saying we ain't much to be desired, gotta disagree. Starting one of mine, then we spinning like rotisserie. Go against the odds, I'm ready, this another victory. Cut different, niggas moving foul, where the referee. Moving like the military, something they ain't never seen. It's a one West world for the people, this is what they need.
It's about time, so no curses to our enemies. You can try to run where you going, it's your destiny. You gotta fall, never rise, that's the melody. What you get to witness, the beginning of a legacy.
It's about time, send them curses to them enemies. You can try to run where you going, this your destiny. Confusion gotta fall, never rise, that's the melody. What you get to witness, the beginning of a legacy. It's about time, send them curses to them enemies. You can try to run where you going, this your destiny. Confusion gotta fall, never rise, that's the melody. What you get to witness, the beginning of a legacy.
When Westworld, let's get it. Don't be sure, tell them make sure. If not, we gon' make war. Clips say it hold 20, but I think it could take more. Grab a stick, fire on your camp, we gon' make s'mores. I ain't satisfied with my spot, then I'ma take yours. No matter how many roadblocks in my way, I'ma break forward. This path I'm on is so damn narrow, I just stay forward. Put them on my plate, I'm never full, I just ate more. Put them on my plate, I'm never full, give me 8 more. Nigga, I don't sugarcoat shit, bitch, I'm straightforward. Don't give a fuck if they don't let me in, I just break doors. Ballin' so hard, they asking what team that I play for. Scammer who? They ain't stopped making guns when they made yours. Sick with it, feeling like I woke up with stage 4. They ain't want the beast loose, what they opened up the cage for. Endure the pain, been through hard times is what I'm made for. Paid my dues, never left a wage, I just rage war. So many chains and gold teeth, it's the blood of a slave. Sit on a throne with a gold crown from the blood of a slave. This is our world, got it from the mud to the grave. Become a thing in the past, don't be a story in my page.
Stood against all enemies. In high school, you was the man that's lost memory shit. Lost energy, never lost my energy. Never lose control, never losing, dog, I plan to keep. You lose your mind where I'm from, I ain't talking from what you see. I never lost soul, losing times, wasting steady pacing. You off track, I'm on that. You pray to God, hoping he can save you. But there's power about war, and that's a different angle. This another lost cause, and I'm just adding to the list. They not seeing me for that reason, got a flash on the grip. Nigga, big priest, they gon' judge me by my increase. And I'ma keep stepping in these joys to the increase. Just got off the phone with Jacob, and he said it's time to shine. Certified, blue dot, put it on you, now you verified. One West world, bigger than World War III. Do not sleep, it's not cheap, and it's still top 3.
So many chains and gold teeth, it's the blood of a slave. Sit on a throne with a gold crown from the blood of a slave. This is our world, got it from the mud to the grave. Become a thing in the past, don't be a story in my page.
Came on boats and then changed, So when I get rich, I'ma grab a boat and 10 chains with 12 ribs from each tribe. And each rib gonna have at least 3 kids. Yeah, I'ma have a deep squad. Been rapping since knee high. Now a nigga shack size. Spit that holy fire. When you hear it, you get baptized. One West World, yeah, you niggas know the logo. And I'ma bust it down so the haters see the glow glow. Let's have a feast. Let's shine on our enemies. Right in they face. Let's blind all our enemies. Cause now we have, but we come from half knots. Throw that cash on the ground, my nigga, let's cast lots. I started from the bottom, birthed out of mud, raised by gangsters, turned out a thug. I ain't give a fuck.
Baby, no listen to no fake news, them can't. Could do all it out and them never fake news. Notice I just be a bad bitch, I get forward from with you. But the one you have be good girl, them lazy. She never did a features, R-rated. Never did a features, half naked. Me never did a piggy R-ratings, halfway, that's why me give R-ratings. She never did a features, half naked. Never did a features, R-rated. Me never did a piggy R-ratings, halfway, that's why me give R-ratings. I know every girl a white material. I know every girl forget the juice in my seed bag. I know every girl me trust to cook my food, nor boil my tea, not tea, but put the milk in the cereal. Me like a catty when medieval. When we wash for cook for clean and no fuss. When she hear me get a new girl, I know that me mean when me say me fight me demons. Multiple wife legally, no illegal. Yeah, straight, me go crazy. I know every catty can be my first lady. I know every press plus, but he don't pay for plus. Tatiana, no fit in and no mercy. When me say, oh, luxury dolly for nurse baby. A trouble when luxury dolly turn no lady. So big up every girl with no lazy. Your body big, but why your mommy donate it? I rate it. Never did a fi dress half naked. Me never did a fi give her ratings halfway. That's why me give her ratings. She never did a fi dress half naked. Never did a fi dress R-rated. Me never did a fi give her ratings halfway. That's why me give her ratings. She now wait pan money for reach her and donation. She make reach her man dull me.
Shalom Israel, and when I mean Israel, I'm talking about the Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians. The Lord's 54th annual Passover is going down again this year, sundown, April 1st at 500 South Salisbury Street in Raleigh, North Carolina at the Downtown Conventional Center. It's got enough room for all of us. The Lord's 54th annual Passover. Last year, brothers and sisters showed up from all over the world, rocking ancient garments and glorious apparel in order to serve the Most High in Christ. Now, it's that time again. Commander General YAHANNA is putting out the decree for all brothers and sisters to show up sundown, April 1st in Raleigh, North Carolina. Join us at the Sheridan in Raleigh, the hotel right downtown. It's at 421 South Salisbury. The Passover is right up the block at the convention center, literally within walking distance. Make sure you pull up. Make sure that you do your due diligence because rooms are going fast and they are limited this weekend. You understand? We have months in advance of preparation. Do not wait till the last minute to get your room. The Lord's 54th annual Passover, Saturday, April 1st in Raleigh, North Carolina. Join us there.
It's about time, sending curses to them enemies.
All right. Let's clap it up. Shalom, shalom. Yahweh Hashem El Shabbat to all the brothers. Yahweh Shemal Al Thumb Hashem El Shai to all the sisters. Priest and officer 1000s of Baj I.S.U.P.K. under Commander General YAHANNA. This is another episode of The Rise 1969. We're at it again. We're back at it again. The Rise 1969 airing every Sunday around the 5 o'clock, almost 6 o'clock hour, right? As you come in, like, subscribe, and share this channel. Thumb up the video, share it on all social media platforms. We got a couple of good topics that we're gonna go into today. But first, I got I.S.U.P.K. Jamaica. Give I.S.U.P.K. Jamaica a hand. Right? I got Priest and Officer 1000 of Badawan, straight out of Jamaica, and Priest and Officer of 50 Kayadwan, straight out of Jamaica. Shalom, Shalom Akim.
Shalom, sir. Yahweh Shem Yahshua Barakatah.
Hey, Shalom, Yahweh Shem Yahshua Barakatah. How's it going? How's it going?
Everything to up, sir. They are all it don't same way.
Khan. All right, we're about to get it in. I got a video that I'm gonna play. Officer Baraki Allah 500. He should be joining us shortly, right? And we're gonna go in. We're gonna be going in for about almost 45 minutes, almost an hour, right? So the first video is it's a video that we seen circulating on TikTok. Okay, so with this show, for those of you who might not know, with this show we do a lot of reactions, right? We sometimes bring out a news clip. Like I got a news story that I'm going to bring out from my city later on in the show. Like that'll be the last story. But for the most part, we do reactions and we give you a reaction from a Israelite perspective, right? So the first topic that we're going to be talking about, it goes with the title, Jamaicans are not Jamaicans. And it's a question, right? It's basically asking, if you're born outside of the island of Jamaica, but your parents are born in Jamaica, does that make you Jamaican, right? And the side question is, what is a Jamaican, right? There's a group of people who call themselves Jamaicans. They call themselves Trinidadians. Slovakia. Some of my brothers call themselves Mexicans, right? If you're like me, for a long time, you called yourself a Canadian, right? But what is that? And who are we? So that's why we're going to be going in. And since the question is, are Jamaicans are not Jamaicans, question mark, right? I had to bring I.S.U.P.K Jamaica with me because it only makes sense to have brothers from the place that we're talking about speak on what we're talking about. All right. So Akim, y'all know, y'all can chime in. This is not like a classroom setting, so we're having a conversation. Y'all chime in anytime, like just like we were having a conversation if we were outside. Right. So I'm gonna play this first video. I'm gonna play this first video, and then we're gonna react to it. I'll play it a couple times. It's about 30 seconds, and this is a brother from Jamaica. He's going to let you know his point of view.
Salakia, sir. The volume kind of low. Could you turn it up a little bit? Baba question.
The volume's low?
Canal 1 cancer.
Okay, 1 second. Let me see if I can get the Salakia, the volume. Let me see if I can work this volume situation out.
It's probably on the player itself. Just look at the player and see if the volume is turned up.
Yeah, on the player, it's turned up itself. Salakia, I'm gonna see if I could play it another way.
Okay.
Give me a moment and we'll work this out. All right, I'm gonna have to play it another way. Give me a quick moment. We're gonna work it out right now. If it works out this way. But basically, if you were able to hear, right, the brother is basically saying, like, if you're not born on the island of Jamaica, you're not Jamaican. And that's what we're going to be reacting to and going in on. So, okay, I just got to get this YouTube studio to work. And I'll share it another way. But aside from that, Jamaica, I.S.U.P.K Jamaica, what's going on, Kayadwan? How you guys been? What's going on down there?
The same thing, you know what I mean? Babylon still oppress, you understand? People still behind the politics, still divided. still going off into Rastafariism.
Right.
You know what I mean? But ISUPK Jamaica, we are putting in work, you understand? We are re-educate the people them and you know what I mean? Most I allow in the future, we can get some people to kind of come out of these strongholds, you know?
Right.
Got another one, gun.
All right, so I got it up. I'm about to share it again. Wait, so there was a controversy since we're talking about it. While I get this video to be shared, there was a controversy in Jamaica, right, with the Sam Smith and the Rastafarian community and the artist Kofi. What was the feeling of the people on the island regarding that and the music?
All right. Well, the feeling of the people divided as usual. You know what I mean? The people who hold dear still to Jamaican
Right.
morality and customs, they wasn't happy with it. You understand? But now you find out that Jamaicans are moving into the direction of, you know what I mean, being more, what I call it, accepting of them thing there. Those are the other people now saying that, you know what I mean, Coffee did not wrong. You understand? But this is really, you know what I mean?
Good night.
This is really a wound. This is really a wound to the Rastafari community because they did not come out and speak out about this. You know what I mean? Coffee portraying herself as a Rasta. The Rastafari community did not come out and defend their image. See, in which you know that Sam Smith is a outright, you know what I mean, abomination. See, and Rasta used to be the people who, you know what I mean, go against this kind of abomination. But the Rastafari community basically never come out and say nothing. Just a few people come out and speak out. You understand? The I.S.U.P.K Jamaica is one of them.
Straight to
Okay. Right. Well, again, ISUPK is where the real brothers are, right? Or how you would say the real niggas are at in ISUPK Jamaica. Like if you're looking to change your life, if you're looking to do something glorified with your life, right? Shout out to Officer Barzal. He has the glorified, right? If you're looking to do something glorified with your life, you should get with Officer Abadawan and Officer Kayadwan out of Jamaica. All right, so I got this video. Let me know if there's anything wrong with the audio volume. Just let me know. But I'm gonna play it from how I have it right now. Bear with us. So I'm gonna play it right now.
To all I people, may I get it wrong. Yeah. To all of the Blackanese, then and American Jamaicanese, them and all them people. You're not a Jamaican. Get that straight. Your mom could have been Jamaican, your father could have been Jamaican, your great granny could have been Jamaican, grandfather be Jamaican. If you were born in none of the Jamaican hospital, them, you're not a Jamaican. If you never born in Jamaica, you're not a Jamaican. Yo, make sure you get this.
All right, so there you have it, right? The brother said if you weren't born in Jamaica, you're not Jamaican, right? Now, listen, I had to take notes. I had to go do some research, and I did some research, and I'm gonna bring it out as we talk about it. But I'm gonna open up the floor for ISUPK Jamaica to speak about it first, if y'all want to.
Silakia, initially when me hear it, me never hear the part where him say to all the Blackanese them. That really say a lot, you know.
Right.
See, Jamaican Blackanese, it really means say him a go after what the Chinese woman who claim that, you know what I mean, if you don't have a Jamaican passport, you are not a Jamaican. It's saying. So have something to do. So that video really inspired this video. You know what I mean? But what this brother is saying is total nonsense. You understand?
I understand. He doesn't even understand what he's saying, right? He's basically saying, like, okay, he's speaking like a good slave, right? Like a brother who's been broken beaten down, and he can't even tell who his brothers and sisters are, right? So what he said is, both my parents were born in Jamaica. I was born in Canada, right? But I cannot be a Jamaican. All right, I'll be an Israelite from the tribe of Benjamin. But he's saying I can't be a Jamaican. What he is saying, though, is a East Indian, right? A East Indian who was born in Jamaica could be his brother, but I'm not able to be his brother anymore because I was not born in his land, in his country, right? And that is totally Salakia. That's biblical. I'm gonna bring it out in a few, but what he's saying is something totally biblical. It's something Israel has been doing to Israel for centuries. Right. So Salakia. If
you want me to read for you, sir?
Salakia, I couldn't hear you. I was breaking up.
Yeah, it's breaking up. The signal kind of poor, but me to ask you if you want me to read.
I'm not sure if anybody can hear me. I'm having technical.
I'm hearing you, sir, but it's a bit choppy. I'm hearing you, but it's a bit choppy. It probably be on my side, because my internet fluctuates at times too. But me to ask you if you want me to read it.
No, I don't need you to read anything right now as of yet. We'll bring it out in a second, right? But I did want to talk about something that what this brother might not be realizing, right? And everybody's familiar with the '98 Reggae Boys and how they made it to the World Cup, right?
Right.
I'm quite sure if you're from the Caribbean, you know about that because a lot of Caribbean teams haven't really made the World Cup in the last 20 years, right? I forgot the name of Trinidad's team, but I believe they might have made the World Cup within the last decade or so, right? But for Jamaica, when I was doing the research, it said 1998, right? Now, what this brother basically said was there are 5 players on the Reggae Boys that helped Jamaica get to the World Cup that aren't Jamaican. So they should have never been playing on the Reggae Boys. Right. And I'm gonna read out the names. So on the Reggae Boys, we had Fitzroy Simpson. He was a midfield, right? He was born in England, and a majority of these brothers were born in England, right? We have Robbie Earl. He was also a midfield, and he scored 1 goal.
Robbie Earl.
During that whole tournament, Jamaica scored 3 goals. Robbie Earl scored 1. And according to this brother, he's not a Jamaican. So that Jamaican goal doesn't count. If that's what he's saying, we got to make it make sense now. Right? We also had Dean Burton. He was also a Jamaican. We had Salakia.
Another one, Dean Burton. You know what I mean? One famous Jamaican baller. Also, Robbie.
Right, Kayadwan, I got a couple more. Officer Baldwin, I got 2 more, right? Frank Sinclair was also born in England, but he was on the Jamaican Reggae Boys team and helped Jamaica Reggae Boys make it to the World Cup. Apparently, he's not a Jamaican either. Right? The last one, Daryl Powell from England. He's not a Jamaican either because again, this brother said if you weren't born in Jamaica, right, you're not a Jamaican, and he's taking the influence from some washpot, right? The Bible describes the Moabites as a washpot, right? And he's saying that washpot is his sister. The people who came from the place where they eat bats and caused the whole earth to go into a plague for 2 years. That's his brother and sisters. But people in America, Canada, the UK, we got a whole school in the UK. He's saying the brothers and the sisters in the UK aren't his brothers and sisters.
Right.
So
that, and this brother is just ignorant. This is just what I call it now, a symptom of not knowing who you are. You know what I mean? Who your people. You understand? Because even right now, whenever the Reggae Boys go to play any big match, you know what I mean? 1/3 of the team is from Europe. You understand?
Right.
And many of these brothers don't even born in a Jamaica. You understand? I've never even set foot in Jamaica till them got called up. You understand? So I just ignorance. You know what I mean? I think this brother is too, patriotic towards the land of Jamaica, not understanding that this place is just the land in captivity. You understand?
Right.
And that patrioticness that many Jamaicans have, it tends to put us at odds with our own people who does not live on the island. You understand? And it's really just ignorance.
Right. That's definitely true. Right. Officer Badawan, you have anything to
Right, Khan. I remember the female reggae girls that went to the female World
Right.
Cup. About 95%, if not 100% of them were Jamaican parentage. Many of them didn't even understand. They didn't understand much of the Jamaican culture. I remember I was in Spanish Town when there was a motorcade passing through with them. And people were standing because, you know, all of them kind of light skinned. People stand and look, and then when they pass, God, everybody look at one and say, how would them people? But we accept them as Jamaican and they represent the country. But they were not so much in the Jamaican culture, but does not make them not Jamaican. Also, I'm sure this man who is speaking, he is vying to go to either Canada, England, or America to be a citizen there to work.
God.
So I suppose he should apply his own law and rule to himself too, and don't want to go to a next man country to get their citizenship so that he can legally stay there and work.
Right. Which Khan.
So lucky to add to Officer Abadawan's point. Many of these brothers, when them get the chance to go to the United States, they don't want to come back. You understand? So then them true so-called patrioticness for Jamaica start show because, you know what I mean, them whether them run off in the United States, you understand, or them try marry some heathen to get them citizenship, them green card. See, them don't want to come back to Jamaica. So all of this are just, you know what I mean, unnecessary, you know what I mean, what I call necessary division between our people. You understand? So like,
Right. That's so heavy, right? And I thought about something that Officer Badawan said, right? Now, if that brother, he comes to Canada to work, right? And he ends up getting a rib up here and he has a child, a son or a daughter. Is he going to tell his child who was born in Canada or the US or the UK that they're now not Jamaican because they were born in the UK? Right. And it makes me remember that our brothers and sisters, right, we're lost. Right. We need to outside of these walls of the I.S.U.P.K, it's a scary place for brothers and sisters because they have no brotherhood. He can't even recognize that he has brothers and sisters all over the world that he's supposed to come together with. Right. Now I got a question. Khan.
So lucky, I don't mean to cut you, but if you notice, the brother look like he is even bleaching, which you know, this might goes back to her. This might just goes back to even self-hate. You understand? Not loving your own self. You know what I mean? To the point that you want to think that you want to make the rules that certain people are not Jamaicans when you don't even love yourself to remain in the same skin color where you have. You understand? So okay.
But hold on. So lucky. The bleaching cream that is sold out here, who made them?
Nice. God.
And Yeah, he use the word Blackanese.
Yeah, God.
Yeah.
That man is so
It goes to show
Chinese.
you that. Yeah, he wants to be like his who he thinks his people are, right? He thinks he's Chinese. You know, in China they have a bleaching thing too over there, right? Where the paler your skin, they say the more beautiful you are, right? And the brother looked like he was bleaching, so you could tell who his influence is.
Right. But definitely know who benefits from this.
Right. Right. Now, okay, so this brother is saying he's Jamaican, right? But isn't the model in Jamaica out of many one people? Right? Or so it sounds like what he's saying is out of the land is one people. He's changing the model now. The model is no longer out of many one people. He's saying out of the land is one people, because you could be East Indian in the land and you're his people, right? You could be Chinese or Irish.
Right.
I've heard this a lot of times. Khan.
Right. It's lucky because he specifically target the black ones. He mentioned the Blackanese, right, which means the Chinese. You have some Chinese out here, you know, who are really Jamaican. They have a root. Their roots go back probably about 100 years. They do not know the Chinese language. They go abroad and they have children abroad. Right. Those children still don't know the Chinese language. They know English and they know Patois. So are they saying? Is he saying that? I mean, we understand that Jamaican is not what is you'll be seeing in the truth. What you'll be seeing is Benjamin. So, right, talking about who is Jamaican, I mean, for us, we know that we in the truth know that Jamaican is really the culture. Because even when our people,
yeah, I'm right,
go into other cultures, they are called by that culture. I mean, Ruth was called a Moabitess woman because she was in the Moabite culture. And we have other right, brothers and sisters who grew up in other culture who was called by that culture. So when Jamaicans go abroad and have children, even if that child become a citizen of that nation, their culture is still Jamaican. Because you born in Canada, you probably more Jamaican than Canadian.
Right. Bottom one. Here's the crazy part, right?
Right. You still love the white rum. That's not Canadian, man.
Right. Listen, I like that color. That's what I need right now. The color. Salaki.
And color not in Canada. So that's Jamaica.
No. So I come back to Jamaica and be a Jamaican to get the color.
Right.
Right. I was gonna say that, like, in Canada, right, especially in my city, in Toronto, dominant culture in my city is Jamaica. Right. Everyone talks like they're Jamaican. The greeting in Toronto is not hello or hi or what's up. Right. A person from Afghanistan will come up to you and say Wagwan. And you'll look at him like, yo, what the hell are you talking about? Jamaica is the dominant culture. So to tell brothers that you're not Jamaican anymore because you were born in Canada, it makes absolutely no sense. And listen, if the brother wants to feel that way, okay, go ahead and feel that way. Because I'm going to tell my brothers and sisters, you aren't Jamaican. You are a prince of power from the tribe of Benjamin, right? An Israelite. And that's what we need to start telling everybody.
And Salak, yes, sir, I don't need to cut you or anything, but that is the main thing. Our people need to understand that, look, this place called Jamaica, it is not what makes, you know what I mean, the world love Jamaica, you know. It is the people Is the people who was brought over here upon slave ships. It is their culture.
Right.
Everybody is calling Jamaican culture. You understand? And these filthy, disgusting Chinese who want to now dictate that, you know what I mean, who now have a Jamaican passport is not Jamaican. See? What they are trying to hold on to, you know, is what the black people, the Benjamites here in Jamaica created. Is not the land, you know.
Right.
It's not the red, gold, and it's not the red, the black, gold, and green, you know. It is what the culture that the black people, the reggae, the dancehall, the dances, the talking, the styles, everything what we do. That is where they might try to hold on to. But through the Chinese in control now them get to dictate who becomes Jamaica and who is not. When guess what? A brother born in the United States, a brother born in Canada, a brother born in Britain, you know what I mean, from the tribe of Benjamin. He's just Jamaica. He has the same culture and the same spirit as any man born here in Jamaica. You know what I mean? From the tribe of Benjamin, it don't make a difference. He can do the same greatness. You understand? It don't make a difference. It is not Jamaica who make, you understand, the people great. It's the black people who came after the slave ships who make Jamaica great and put Jamaica upon the map. You know what I mean? And that we need to focus upon the Benjamites. You understand? So like, yes, sir.
Right. And to add to your point, you know, what you say
what you're saying is definitely heavy.
Right. You know, in the time when UCN was coming to the rising, and he made that first thing in Beijing. This brother here, Tuftan was at a function. I wasn't there, but you know, I think it was the same ministers that come back and talk. They gathered and they were all watching the race. And Tuftan uttered so that is the poor people and the black people that has put Jamaica on the world map. And he mentioned that corporate Jamaica has done nothing to put Jamaica on the world world map. Okay. And of course, you know, as a politician, they start move against him lose him seat the next election. But it is true. And corporate Jamaica knows that. The Prime Minister knows that. Everybody in Jamaicans know that. But at the same time, they try to deny us of ourselves. You hear them talk things like, so much so that we now start to deny each other of our own self. Probably he's one of them who might say reggae is African.
Slovakia. Slovakia. Boy, I tell you. Slovakia. You know what I mean? And
that was the next thing that everyone would. So go ahead, y'all are good. Y'all can continue.
No, man, go ahead, sir.
No, I was just gonna say that's the water. I was just gonna say that was the next thing that everyone was talking about, because Jamaica's been in the spotlight for, especially on Instagram and TikTok and Twitter. They've been in the spotlight for like the last 3-4 months, just in constant rotation. If it wasn't reggae music came from Afro beats, it was Haitians and Jamaicans are beefing, and now it's I'm not Jamaican because I was born in Canada, right? Which is this is what it comes down to, right? Because of Christianity, we have some of our brothers and sisters are unnecessarily proud, right? You're unnecessarily proud to the point where you're going to be disrespecting your brothers and sisters because you feel they weren't born in Jamaica. And anytime I've ever spoken to a Jamaican in Canada, they've always tried to come to Canada, right? So it's like a give and take. You're very proud of where you come from, but then at the same time, you're trying to escape where you come from and trying to live a different culture.
Right. Because Salakia, I don't mean for cut you again, sir. Zin, Jamaica is not a bed of roses. Jamaica is hell.
Right.
You understand? So it's not the country Jamaica, it's the people who make Jamaica great. But for the people them who live here in Jamaica, Jamaica is hell. Me and Kappa talk with you, and he might ask me about the beaches and thing. And You have to make him know, say, Cap, I hear about Jamaica, you know. I hear about the prettiness and beauty of Jamaica. I have not seen it. When you live, there's nothing beautiful except the people. You understand?
Right.
And that is the thing. See? So like, yes, sir.
Nah, Kayadwan, what you're saying is heavy because I was down there not too long ago, right? We went to camp, we had a good time, we sat and drank, right? And then my money ran low and I didn't know what the hell I was going to do. I turned around and I said, good night. What the hell do you do if you have no money out here?
Luck, yeah. You know what I mean?
Good night.
Jamaica is hell, man. It's hell when you're when you're not a visitor, you know what I mean, from one of these countries. You understand? When you have to live in these garrisons, you know what I mean?
Right.
In the country region and in Kingston. See, Jamaica is hell. You know what I mean? It is the spirit the Most High give us that people are looking at and saying, wow, Jamaicans are such great people. No, it is the Israelites here in Jamaica who are great people, the Benjamins.
Damn right.
Despite their condition here, despite the hell that they live in here, them still somehow able to, you know what I mean, create such a great culture, you know what I mean?
Right.
It's all about the people, you know what I mean?
Right. Hey, we got Baraki Allah, Thawada Baraki Allah for showing up. What's going on, Barak?
Hey, Basham Thumb, what's going on, everyone?
Bishop Thumb. Hey, we're Tawab. We just been going in on the brother from Jamaica, basically saying Jamaicans aren't Jamaican, right? And we played the video. We've been speaking about it at length. We're about to drop this topic shortly and go into another topic, right? But if there's anything you did want to add, because I know you're the one, Brock, you discovered the video, you put me onto it, so you definitely want to speak on it. If there's anything you want to add to it.
Kind of a matter one. I mean, that brother, like, as for what he was saying, basically, it's like he was basically saying, you know, you're not Jamaican if you were not born in Jamaica. So really, I don't know if y'all already brought that up. So what he's saying basically it's like all the coolies, like such as the Chinese or the East Indians born in Jamaica are considered Jamaican, but brothers like you, Ottawan, would not be considered Jamaican because you're not born on the island.
Right.
So would that mean that those same Chinese that he considers Jamaicans are not Chinese because they're not born in China? I mean, how does that even make sense in the first place?
You know what? You just made me the water for that, because you made me remember an excellent point, right? Canada, in Canada, they say it's a melting pot. Canada, cities like New York, Toronto, all the top 5 major cities on the Western Hemisphere, they say it's a melting pot where cultures all come together and they blend and we just become one people, which is a lie, right? The Chinese, they're called the Chinese. Whether they're born in Canada or not, they're called Chinese. Right. You go and they'll say I'm 3rd generation Chinese or I'm 1st generation Chinese, meaning I'm the first of my generation to be born in Canada, but I'm Chinese. They know who they are, right? Now, I'm gonna give everyone a harsh reality. The men in here, they already know this, right? Everyone else might not. The Chinese will say they're Chinese because they are not slaves. They have their culture. Right. They have their history. They have their own gods. Jamaicans and Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans we were taught our God is a white boy who used to sleep with his sister, right? Not knowing that our God is Salaki. He's as black as Kodak Black. He's as black as Wesley Snipes, right? Or our king, Salakia, our king. We had a king who was as black as every brother you see on the screen.
Right.
And that's what was beaten out of us during slavery, right? If y'all got anything, I'm about to bring out a precept real quick. Barak, can you get Acts 10 and start at 14? And anybody who Kayadwan, Abadawan or Kayadwan, if you guys want to add anything else before I go into this precept, y'all are Tawab.
Well, I'm not sure what Acts 10, remember what Acts 10 is about, but there was a similar thing back then in Jerusalem, you know. Okay. When those who were born in Jerusalem telling the Egyptian, the Israelites who born outside of Jerusalem, you ain't Israelite. You didn't born here.
Right.
You weren't.
Right.
You weren't. What they call it again? You weren't circumcised on the 8th day.
Right.
So on and so forth. It's a Israelite thing to be denying each other most time.
Yeah.
Right. So that's exactly what I'm going to go into, right? Because the same thing this brother is talking about is what Peter went through, right? When he was dealing with the other Israelites, with the so-called Gentiles, right? Because an Israelite could be a Gentile as well, right? The word is goyim, right? Some people say goyim, right? But it means nation, right? Means if you didn't get circumcised on the 8th day, like Officer Abadu once said, you were considered a heathen, right? If you worship the other gods, even though you were a Israelite by blood, right? A Jew by blood. Shout out to all the whole t-shirt department. They got a shirt that says Jew by blood. I'm trying to order that right now, right? If you weren't keeping up with the practices of Israel, you were considered a heathen, and that's what we're going to go into. So Barak, can you get me 1 second? You could start at Acts 10 and 13.
Karawakan.
Wait, start at 12. Start at 12, Baba Kasha.
Karawakan. This is the book of Acts, chapter 10, verse 12. Wherein were all manner of four-footed beasts of the earth, and wild beasts, and creeping things, and fowls of the air.
Right, so this is Peter. He's having a vision, and he sees all manner of beasts, right? Meaning he sees all manner of beasts, and it's basically going to be presented as food to him, right? And now you're going to find out what Peter said. Keep reading.
Kawakan. And there came a voice to him. Rise, Peter, kill and eat.
Right, so the angel is talking to Peter in this vision, right? Because the Lord sends his angels to talk to Israelites, right? And the angel told Peter, kill these beasts, even though they're unclean, and eat. And Peter said, read.
Karawakan. But Peter said, not so, Lord, for I have never eaten anything that is common or unclean.
Right. So he's telling the Lord, listen, I haven't eaten anything unclean. I'm not going to do it now. Right. This is something that Israelites were commanded not to do. We are commanded not to eat tuna, not to eat pork, not to eat shrimp and lobster and bat. Right. Now, listen, there is a people who are in Jamaica. They come from a people who are eating bat. And because of that, Jamaica was on lockdown for 2 years, right? It is like a 10 o'clock curfew. I heard my peoples are telling me about weekend curfews where you couldn't leave your house, right? Is that brother going to turn around and say those people are Jamaican, right? Brock, jump down to 1 second. Jump down to 24, Baba Kasha.
Karawakan. Acts chapter 10,
right.
verse 24. And the morrow, after they entered into Caesarea, and Cornelius waited for them, and had brought together a near friend.
Read that one more time.
Karawakan. And the morrow after they entered in Caesarea, and Cornelius waited for them, and had called together his kinsmen and near friends.
Right, so what is happening? I'm going to jump down again, Barak. Now jump down to verse 28. What's happening is Peter went to go see some Israelites who weren't considered Israelites. They were Gentiles, and to the rest of Israel, they were considered not their brothers and sisters. meaning you're not born in Jamaica, so you're not considered a Benjamin, right? This is the Benjamite. You're not considered a Jamaican. This is the same thing that's happening here. It's a biblical thing, right? Black people, y'all think y'all are doing something new. You're not. You're just continuing the same stories that have been going on. We're going through the same plagues and the same problems that have been going on forever, right? Barak, keep reading, Baba Kasha. You can read 28, right? And this is going to break down what's happening, right? Read.
Acts chapter 10, verse 28. And he said unto them, you know how it is an unlawful thing for a man that is a Jew to keep company or come unto one of another nation.
Right. Now, they're saying of another nation because these Israelites weren't considered Israel. They were considered Gentile, right? Just like to that brother, he would consider me a Gentile. He would say, you're a goyim. You're a heathen. You are not from here. Listen, it's just like gang culture, right? When you walk through the ends of another nation, walking through it. Listen, who are you? Are you Salaki? I'm not sure if I'm breaking up. If y'all can hear me, put a 1 in the chat. Throughout it to everybody watching. Again, if you're watching, like the video, thumb up the video, share it on all platforms. Show this video to your friends. Make sure these tapes go out. This is The Rise 1969. And we're talking about are Jamaicans Jamaican, right? Now, a lot of times, if you grew up in the ends, a brother would say, listen, you're not from here. What are you doing here? This happens till this day, and that's what was happening. Slovakia. All right. So Barak, keep reading.
Karawakan. But God had shewed me that I should not call any man common or unclean.
Right. Now that's what the vision of the unclean food was, right? Basically saying what God called unclean, you can't call, he's calling clean now. Right. There was a time when Israel was separated. 1 second. There was a time when Israel was separated from the Most High, separated as a nation when there was a divide through us. And listen, we treated each other like this brother is trying to treat his brothers and sisters right now. You weren't born here. You don't keep customs here, so you're not us. Salakia. Badawan, I had to mute your mic for a second. Anytime you want to speak, just unmute. All right, that was it for this verse. We're gonna drop this topic unless y'all got anything else y'all want to add. I got one more topic that is centered around Jamaica. We're gonna go in on that topic.
That specific issue, I mean, it's not specific to Jamaica only. Like we have the same issue in the French West Indies, and whereas if you're not born in Martinique or Guadeloupe, you're not being considered from there. You understand? Or even the Northern Kingdom goes through that. You understand? For instance, there's a word they use is paisas, which means the people coming from the country itself. So they would discriminate brothers born in the Canada or the US, saying, they're not really Mexican because they're not born in Mexico or Colombia or wherever they come from. You understand? So whatever the brother is saying, I mean, it affects all Israel, not just Jamaica. That's just what I wanted to bring out.
Right. That's heavy because we're seeing that it's something Israel has been going through for a very long time. Right. All right. So we're about to jump into our next topic. It's a topic that stems around Jamaica as well. Salakia for how the clip looks. I'm gonna try to get it better next time. Bear with us though. But I'm gonna play this clip. Right. So this next topic is Salakia. Now, the sister, she's about to talk about dancehall, right? And it's not whether Beanie Man is the king of dancehall. That's not the topic that she's talking about. Salakia, I don't know what's going on, but I don't know, man. I just don't know. Right. But she's about to talk about, is dancehall violent? Right? Is dancehall a violent art form? right? And listen, it just happens that every time we talk about things black people do, they always see the violence in it. But black people will go and watch a movie that's about killing a whole neighborhood, and they won't say that is a problem, right? But I'm gonna play the clip real quick. It's about 2 minutes. If y'all need me to pause it or stop it or pull something back, y'all could just come off mute and let me know, and I'll pull it back. Salaki, I gotta pull it right back.
Salakia, sir. There's no sound.
Salakia, 1 second. You said there's no sound?
La, sir. No sound.
Okay, I'm gonna try it again. Bear with me 1 moment. I'm gonna try it again. Barak, can you Barak speak about the Passover real quick while I fix this up?
Salakia, what was that?
Salakia. All right, we're gonna play a quick commercial real quick. All right, Barak. Can you make a Passover announcement, Baba Kasha?
Wakan, no sweat. 1 second. This is for all Israel, you understand? The next feast day that's coming up is the Feast of Purim. And right after that, we have the Lord's 54th annual Passover coming up. I'm going to play the promo video in a second, you understand? Which is, unlike Christmas, you understand, Valentine's Day's birthday whatsoever, this is an actual so-called holiday, which is actually a high holy day, you understand? A holy convocation, a separate gathering, you understand? One day that we must commemorate, a celebration of the Israelites, you understand? Where we commemorate the fact that we were freed from Egypt by the Most High, where the Most High destroyed the Egyptians to free us from slavery, you understand, during the time of Moses. And I'll play the promo video real quick, you understand? But this April 1st, you understand, 2023 is happening. It's going down in Raleigh, North Carolina, you understand? So contact your camp leader if needed be, you understand? But make sure you come down to North Carolina this April 1st, 2023, you understand? April 1st, 2023, sundown, the Lord's 54th annual Passover. I'll play the promo video just now.
Shalom, Israel. And when I mean Israel, I'm talking about the Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians. The Lord's 54th annual Passover is going down again this year, sundown, April 1st at 500 South Salisbury Street in Raleigh, North Carolina at the Downtown Conventional Center. It's got enough room for all of us. The Lord's 54th annual Passover. Last year, brothers and sisters showed up from all over the world, rocking ancient garments and glorious apparel in order to serve the Most High in Christ. Now, it's that time again. Commander General YAHANNA is putting out the decree for all brothers and sisters to show up sundown, April 1st in Raleigh, North Carolina. Join us at the Sheridan in Raleigh, the hotel right downtown. It's at 421 South Salisbury. The Passover is right up the block at the convention center, literally within walking distance. Make sure you pull up. Make sure that you do your due diligence because rooms are going fast and they are limited this weekend. You understand? We have months in advance of preparation. Do not wait till the last minute to get your room. room. The Lord's 54th annual Passover, Saturday, April 1st, in Raleigh, North Carolina. Join us there.
It's about time, sending curses to them enemies.
All right, the Passover coming up, April 1st, Raleigh, North Carolina. You should be there. It's the only place you want to be. Listen, it's going to be an amazing time. It's Salakia. I just familiar with the stories, and I've never heard a bad story come out from when the I.S.U.P.K gathers together for our high holy days and feast days. All right, so I'm gonna play this. Let me know if y'all can hear the sound. I'm gonna try to play it one more time.
Like dance hall, I sing.
All right, if the sound is too up, let me know.
Kind of like dance, but it's not really dance hall because it's not that violent. And I feel like that's a trait of dancehall music. But anyways, we can get into that different side story. Let me not digress. And
Salaki, what were you saying?
I say it sounds too wild, I don't want.
All right, no sweat. The water.
My music's kind of
sorry, go ahead.
My music's kind of dancehall-ish, but then sometimes it's R&B-ish. And when I was performing, one of the judges came off. She was like so mad at me. She's like, "No, you didn't do dancehall right." And it's like,
was she white?
No, she was black.
Oh wow, shock. Usually it's the white
she
people
was
that
black.
dance.
I don't know if she's Jamaican or not, but she performs dancehall music too. So she's telling me that this is how you have to do dancehall music. And what's really funny is that I didn't forget that because I held on to that, and it put fire under my ass. Like I gotta make sure I do what I have to do because dancehall music is so violent, not just towards women, but like the gang violence it does so much damage to our culture. And my whole thing is you can't deny that it's how can we make music more inclusive, not so violent. So
I mean,
you know what I mean, right? You can't even imagine it without the violence. And so that
this past year is the first time ever I got into dancehall music, just because of 2-3 artists, Skeng,
okay,
Skilly Bang, and this year Valiant.
Okay.
So, and all their music is
cut man short,
chopping, and
cut short and
now
eat
Valiant
them skin
with the obia.
Yeah.
The guzu.
Yeah.
The guzu and this and like.
Okay.
All right.
I hear that one. That's new to me.
So.
Good night.
Salakia, sir. You might mute.
Look at you on mute, other one.
Yeah, I'm on mute. Yeah, I'm on mute, right? So that was our clip, right? This sister's basically saying, okay, so the brother in the lumberjack jacket, and then the sister that was speaking, they're both Benjamites, right? They're both basically saying, like, yo, listen, dancehall is violent, right? Now the sister at the same time says it's a vibe, meaning you're gonna have you just feel it. It's music you could feel, but it's violent, right? And in another clip, I'm not gonna play the clip because I gotta go. Quick clip. She's basically saying it's violent towards women because of how brothers and sisters speak about sex in the music. Like stop up her belly. You're talking about sex, but they're saying that sounds violent. It's not romantic. Okay, so what y'all think about that?
I'm glad you explain it. Salakia, go ahead, sir.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Salakia, you know what I mean? I was about to ask you, when has dancehall been violent towards women?
Right.
You explain what you mean, and that is not real violence. What you mean? Like the people dancing and you know what I mean, dancing in a violent way. That's like playing. That's like play fighting. That is not real violence towards women. You understand? And who is that sister? Is she an artist? Who is she?
She's a sister from My Zone, right? It's a podcast in My Zone where it's a relatively new podcast, and she does reggae music or dancehall music that she calls. She says it's a mix of dancehall music and R&B, but she's not anybody No, I'm not trying to disrespect the sister, but she's not like a celebrity. She's just a regular sister doing a podcast in the city.
Canada one can. So Salakia, sir, let me go ahead and do it, sir. Salakia, if I may. She's nobody. See?
Right.
Another thing, it seems
Right.
like she was being vetted like by somebody who is now telling her what dancehall is. You know what I mean? And telling her that dancehall is violent. Like she was doing an audition or something.
Right.
Was that what she was explaining when she said the person said to her that, you know what I mean? Salakia.
Yeah, so what she was doing was there was a talent show or like just a stage show that she was auditioning to be on, right? And basically why she brought it up was she said that the person who was a judge, another dancehall artist, a sister, basically told her she's not doing the music correctly, right? And she said it stuck with her. I don't know why she brought that part up, but in bringing that up, she also tried to tie in that dancehall is violent. Right.
So
and every time
if I may, I mean, the way she said it, like it promotes violence against women, the way it talks, like you say, you know, it's just slang. Like when birds say, you know, they're gonna beat it, it's just it's a slang, you understand? The way they're having like intercourse, whatever the case is. It's not like, you know, they're literally like, you know, physically beating it or, you know, thumping it, whatever the case is. You understand? It's not they're punching it or kicking it, whatever the case is. You understand? It's like when we say tear fire, we're not lighting up a fire and tearing it literally. You understand? It's a figure of speech. It's just that's how, you know, Israel talked in the first place. Like we talk in slang. Whatever we say, you know, whatever activity we partake in, like we talk in slang. You know, when we say, you know, you know, it's like when we say, okay, reach me there, it's like forward. You understand? It's like whatever we say, whatever we do, we talk in slang. It's just how we talk. So I mean, I don't know if her Benjamin card is valid at that point. If she cannot, you know, understand that it's just a slang.
Good night.
You know?
Good night.
I'm gonna just say
now shout out to I.S.U.P.K United Kingdom. Khan, who was speaking?
Salaki. Our problem is that she need to come down here and get a Jamaican man and get that masculine experience of which the dancehall is promoting.
Good.
When we say we're gonna stab up our belly and make she cry Cree, what we really mean. And make she ball and make she ball for more. It sounds violent, but this is what every woman who gets that violence in the bedroom normally fall more in love with the man.
Right.
So she need really to get that experience and not just we singing to them, but come down here and find a Jamaican man.
Yeah,
and you will get that experience.
Salakia, Officer Badawan. Salakia, Officer Badawan, man. I'm about to say it, right? This is a sister that had, because she didn't choose wisely, right? Now, listen, in the famous words of Captain Meshach, Akim, choose wisely. Aqua, choose wisely. Because this sister didn't choose wisely, in her mind, in this podcast that clip from earlier, she was speaking, and she basically said she is never dealing with another Jamaican man, right? So you could tell that she does not, for lack of better word, she has self-hate because of a not choosing wisely and a bad experience.
So, like, if I may,
what did she? What experience was she had with that man?
Salaki, I don't want.
Boy, you know the Benjamite thing, man. So 1 second, Barack. 1 second, Barack. Her bad experience comes from a brother having what women consider the most evil thing in the world, multiple ribs. that was her bad experience, Salakia.
So she
I think also the bottom one is
Salakia, Abadawan, you broke up. Yeah, he freezing right now. But that was her bad experience. Go on.
But I'm gonna say this real quick though, Arwan. It's all right if she doesn't want to deal with another Jamaican man.
One second, Barack.
Salaka, what was that?
No, I was just gonna say 1 second, Barack. Kayadwan was speaking first.
Oh, Salaka, Arwan. Go ahead, Ak.
All right, Salakia. It seemed to me like this is where this is all coming from, her bad experience with Jamaican men. So now she just want to throw dirt on dancer. You understand? To paint a bad image of Jamaican men because, you know what I mean, dancehall promotes having a bag of woman. You know what I mean? Fear man, our ex-husband had a bag of woman. So she just, you know what I mean, basically. And these people, you know, you have to watch them closely. You know, these people are the people who then use to come infiltrate the thing and, you know what I mean, push some other agenda. Because this thing about violence towards man, we don't know where that come from. As far as me know, dancehall has always been protective of women. Kill the rapists. You know what I mean? Kill the pedophile. You understand? Them thing that with dancehall promotes. I mean, we don't agree with the killing of anybody. But dancehall more protect women than anything else. So where she come from, it just don't make no sense. Like Barack Yala said, you know what I mean? Our black card our Benjamin card need to be revoked because if she don't understand what certain slangs mean, then come on, man. You're down to earth, Bridget. Salakia.
God.
Right.
Salaki, you know,
before you cut out, you were saying something?
Sir. I was saying that the experience that she had, and she believed it's unique to Jamaican men having multiple wives. When she get another Israelite man, she's going to understand it's not a Jamaican thing.
Right. She'll definitely understand it then.
Obviously, she thinks that the Jamaican men, you know, is violent in bed, so she run from it, and so the man find a next woman to share it, you know.
Salakia, listen. Listen. I've heard these Edomites talk about how they tear fire, right? And the only thing I can say is, good Lord, I ain't gonna say I feel sorry for their females, right? But I can understand why their females be poisoning them and killing them in their sleep. Good, the way they be talking about the things they be doing in that bedroom, right? They had a whole holiday just not too long ago, right? What the world calls Valentine's Day, that comes from sacrificing dogs, making whips out of the hide, and beating their women bloody. But Jamaican men are violent, and dance hall is violent. What is this sister talking about? Right now, I see I.S.U.P.K UK hop up in the chat. Shalom, Yahweh Shemel Shabrakatha for joining in. It made me remember something I seen watching On the Ends, right? And they say dance hall is violent, but I gotta read some of the lyrics from the Britain national anthem, right? And now I want to see what is violent. Is dance hall violent, or this national anthem violent? So I'm gonna read something for you, right? This is verse 2 from the British national anthem, and it says, "O Lord our God, arise, scatter our enemies, and make them fall." That sounds violent to me. To scatter your enemies and make them fall. To fall, your enemies falling is talking about death, right? I got some more. I got some more. 1 second. I got some more. From every latent foe, right? A foe is an enemy, right? For every latent foe from the assassin's bow, right? That is the British national anthem. 1 second. Let's see if I can find some more.
So look here, sir. Assassin is a murderer, you know.
Right. Right. There was another. Okay, this is verse 6. Lord grant that Marshall Wade may by the mighty aid bring victory. May he sedition hush and like torrent rush, rebellious Scots to crush. Slovakia, they want to crush the Scots, right? They're talking about crushing their neighbors, the Scottish, right? Now, Jamaica used to be a colony of Britain. So is dancehall violent or is the national anthem for Britain violent, right? When I'm just keep it real. Whenever I listen to dancehall, I don't think of any violence. I think about dancing with a sister. I get up in the party. I'm looking for the sister. I'm trying to figure out, do you have a man or not? I'm trying to dance. If you don't have a man, let's go for a dance, right? That's what I hear when I hear dancehall. I don't know what this sister's talking about, and it just I ain't gonna be long winded, right? Akim, if y'all got anything y'all want to add, y'all already know.
Well, if she had said why it is so revolutionary, I could understand. But
right.
And you see, when we are trying to earn a bread and to fit into Esau world so that we can earn a bread, then everything about you and your oppressed brothers and sisters is wrong. Because now you have to put forward the pretty face, the good the good side, so that you can earn a bread. So you tell your brothers and sisters, oh, shut up, shut up, shut up. That is violent. That is wicked. Not remembering that whatever violence they might hear or see portrayed by their brothers and sisters was actually taught to brothers and sisters by the oppressor.
Right.
Right.
It was the oppressor who taught us to be violent.
Right.
Now and again, a little of it might come out through the music. They're just doing what they learn.
Right, and that's so because of the rest of the world, and especially Christianity, right? Christianity taught us to hate each other and love our oppressors, right? In the love of our oppressor, we were destroyed. In us being destroyed, we got brothers and sisters who are extremely talented. Like, I think Vibes Cartel is, when it comes to that dancehall side, I think he's unmatched, especially in rap. Like, it's you could damn near compare Vibes Cartel to Future when it comes to making songs that people dance to, right? No one is as talented as Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans when it comes to putting words together in music, right? But because of our love for our oppressors, right, we've hated each other, and that comes out in our music. That's basically what I'm trying to say. Also, brothers and sisters are destroyed. They think that the only way to make it in this world is through the music. So they give you music that sells. Now,
right,
what does the world promote of Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans? They promote us being whores. They promote us being drug dealers and killers. We're the Scarfaces. We're the Tony Montanas. We're the Al Poes and the Rick Rosses of the world, right? They don't make and promote us as being the Bill Gates and the people who designed the stoplights and the people who designed engines and the people who did the first open heart surgery. That's not what they promote. So because brothers and sisters see that music as a way out, that's what they make. If they see making violent music or music that one might say sounds violent, right? because dancehall is not really violent. It's about, listen, dancehall is a baby maker. Listen, you want to know why the population in Jamaica has never fallen? It's because of dancehall, right?
Lucky, sir. I mean, I don't mean to cut you off or anything.
No, you're too up.
Even David speak about killing his enemies. I wrote songs about killing his enemies. You understand? The problem is we don't know who our enemies are. So we talk about killing each other. You understand?
Right.
That is the problem. And another thing, in the garrison where you grew up, where you go sing about? You go sing about where you see?
Right.
You know what I mean? You go sing about all of the murdering where you see take place. You understand? Everybody have friends who, you know what I mean, who have been killed, murdered, in jail, you know what I mean, who have been on the corner where rifle a swing and all of them things there. See, and it passed through here, and everybody know about that because that's all that exists in the garrison. You understand? So where you expect a man to sing about, what we need to do now, you see, and if our leaders here in Jamaica did really, you know what I mean, care about stopping violence, as the music portray, as them call violence, they would change the condition in the garrison so that no more violent music, you know what I mean, now have to be done. See?
Right.
You understand? And Officer Abadawan bring out count line where it is the JLP and the PMP who introduced this murder culture to Jamaica.
Right.
You understand? Right. It is our leaders who do it, and then look, the music what we do, it get all of the blame and everything. And we don't condone brothers doing murder music. You understand? But we need to address the problems that our brothers face, our people face, before the music can even think about changing. You understand? Salakia.
No, that's definitely heavy.
Well, Salaki, you know, the major part about the violence in the music that they are really concerned about, you know, is the violence towards gay, LGBT thing. If the music, when they had thought, remember that the music was violent, so to speak. The man have been singing about things, and so quite a while. But then they didn't, the gay community didn't know that the songs, because the songs were kind in a way which they couldn't just listen it and know. Like one song was sung by one of the artists who said, "We're not flying no rocket in no ozone, and we now go to no astronaut, so we now go Uranus." What him singing about? So like him singing about going to space and things. But he was actually singing against the gays. No, it was some Jamaican who write out the words and explain what to the gay community abroad what it really means. When the gay community realized that the music was violent towards them, then they start to try and cancel reggae. Right?
Right.
So it's just, they don't care about if we want to kill each other or not, you know. They just don't want us singing about killing gays and things. But they cannot come out and say, stop singing against the gays, because that didn't work. They tried that. So now what they're trying to do now is to put an umbrella now, highlight the violence in general. Right? Until we accept the gays. We have a ministry. There's a new ministry out here now that deals with that, you know. They call it Ministry of Gender Affairs. And since that since that ministry come out, a whole of young youth became effeminate. I don't know if it's the minister going around and
that is a thing.
I didn't get that.
That's a horrible thing, right? No, I was saying that is a horrible thing. Like there is a ministry on the, back home that's basically for the effeminization of our people, right? And we know that there's only one way to make someone gay, right? And we have a whole ministry that is in support. So basically, this ministry is in support of child molestation because that's all that's going to happen, right? You're going to see more and more children, especially young brothers, right? Because what they hate is a strong Black, Hispanic, or Native American. You're going to see more of our brothers and sisters start to go through horrible abuses at the hands of this ministry, right? In Canada, they already have it where they're doing they have something called drag story time, where a man will get in a dress, right? A man will get in a dress and go read a book about men wearing dresses to young children. And they say that's a part of the curriculum. So that makes perfect sense what you're saying, where they don't give a damn if which artists are singing about murdering each other, right? But once you start talking about that specific community, that's what the problem is, right? We got I.S.U.P.K. United Kingdom. It said no fly, no rocket through no black hole. Good night.
Yeah, that is the song that I was quoting.
Yeah, the brother. Yeah, the brother who decoded this, who basically let the community know about what the lyrics meant, he's a sellout. Salakia. Listen, that brother is a sellout.
Well, it's not all right, well, even the Boom Bye Bye. Boom Bye Bye was the first song that they write out what it means to the gay community.
Good night.
And tell the gay community that because this Boom Bye Bye was playing abroad, gays were dancing to it. And then Jamaican gay went over there and at some party and said, hold on, do you all understand what this song is saying? So they translate it to them. And I said, okay, they're not dancing towards man killing or not.
Good night. You're dancing to your own slaughter and you don't even know it. That's
then they
crazy.
Start now trying to cancel reggae and fight against Buju.
Right. Well, we already know that is something they cannot cancel whatever the Lord's children is doing, right? Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, we are the Israelites. You can't cancel us. They've tried it. Listen, they take down one of our channels damn near every other week, and we just make a new channel, right? You're not canceling reggae music because, as the sister said, it's a vibe, right? She just didn't choose wisely. Sis, next time, choose wisely. Ask that man if he wants multiple women. He'll probably tell you yes. You just got to deal with it, right? Yeah, I mean, or he might say no. Salakia, what were you saying about it, one?
Yeah, I mean, while I'm dating, just ask.
Yeah.
Bring it up as a disclaimer.
Right. You tell him you like to do reggae R&B, and he'll tell you he wants 10 ribs. I'll figure it out. Yeah. Good night. All right. Well, we figured it out. Dancehall is not violent, and Jamaicans are the tribe of Benjamin, right? Meaning, if you are Black, Hispanic, or Native American from that island, you're most likely the tribe of Benjamin. If you went through that slavery, the Moabites, so-called Asians, so-called East Indians, right? The red dot people, they aren't your brothers and sisters, right? They're heathens, right? Jamaicans, you are the tribe of Benjamin, God's chosen people. This is why the whole world rocks to your music. Listen, a Benjamite made hip hop. Salakia, I'm not sure if the whole world knows this. A Benjamite made hip hop, the #1 art in the whole earth. Right? You are God's chosen people. That's all you have to know. Akim, if y'all got anything else y'all want to speak on, this is the last story that we're going to talk on during this episode. Right? If y'all got anything else y'all want to bring out, y'all could bring it out.
Yes, when you're coming back.
Boy, I'll try to come back for summertime. First, I have to go to Honduras to go check our bro, Yerad. He's down in Honduras. So we're going to go down there first. And then hopefully summertime, wintertime, I'll be back.
Well, you know, when you were here, I would do the street speaking. The people love the accent. From Uganda, then I want to hear where you're getting.
Nah, it's just me yelling. They never heard a foreigner yell at them like that. Salakia.
No, maybe you make it sound sweet.
Right. Listen, these words, the truth might hurt them, but it's going to fix our people. Right.
Right.
But definitely. Again, Passover is coming up. I pray all brothers and sisters make it to the Passover. It's going to be glorious. You don't want to miss it. There's going to be a whole concert, right? Salakia, listen, all the events, an all black party. If you paid your 200, the all black party is free, right? Also, it's a open bar at the all black party. Good night. Listen, y'all better get right. Salakia. It's going to be, if you know anything about Israel, and when we get together, it's also going to be a fashion show, meaning the brothers and sisters are going to be coming out in their best garments, their beautiful garments. Listen, get right, order your garments now, and get to the Passover. It's in Raleigh, North Carolina, April 1st. If y'all don't have anything else to add, just want to shout out I.S.U.P.K Jamaica, Officer 1000 Abadawan, Officer 50 Kayadwan, right, for making it out to us. Y'all gave us an excellent show. Give these brothers a hand, right? We appreciate y'all. Y'all know anytime we do this show damn near every Sunday around the 5 o'clock hour. Y'all could tune in with us or join, come on stage with us anytime. Shout out to everybody in the comments. Hold up. Max 29, Payagawa, Salakia, Pagaibawa, I.S.U.P.K United Kingdom, Trooper Sawap, right? Shout out to everybody rocking out with us. Like, subscribe, and share it. Barak Yala.
Kawaka Salakia, one. Tune in, because in the next 2 weeks, get ready, because we have a versus that is going to happen to determine who is the king of dancehall. Is it Vibes Cartel or is it Beanie Man? You understand? So tune in. You understand? Get ready. If you have any specific requests y'all want us to play during the verses, you understand? Send it to either Officer 1000 Zabaja or myself, Officer 500 Barak Ya'ala on Facebook. We're gonna have a verses between Cartel and Beanie Man. You understand? One of the first dancehall verses that we got. I mean, Salakia, that might be the second verses that we got out of one, Salakia. You know, last time Massacre.
Hey, Salakia, listen, we weren't really versing. You just played a song, I played a song, and we actually played the better song. They said I won, but I told you won.
I don't want. Don't be like that, Alan. Don't be like that, Alan. You understand? The truth will set you free. Just say it.
All right. Don't worry. All right, so we got a verses in 2 weeks. We're gonna see what's happening. Who is the king of dancehall? Beanie Man, the former, or Vibes Cartel, the current? Listen,
hashtag
I chose Good night. All right. Well, again, this is I.S.U.P.K. Salakia.
Hold on. You know what is running dancehall out here now? You know, that's before the song. That's what.
Say that again.
The older songs, they are the songs that are running dancehall now. They're gone dancehall. Okay. So the newer songs, and this is true, you know. This is though the dancehall now is counteracting the cancel that they are trying to cancel dancehall. They go back to the older music, chop out the whole era where they start singing against the gays, and go back to the songs where dancehall was nice.
Right.
Right. Because if you remember Sting, Sting was a show that began to they start to, what do you call it again, when they would beat
Clash?
No man, when them start to show it into different countries.
Oh, broadcast it.
They start to broadcast it in different countries, and they were making money.
Yeah.
But I mean, reggae is just a male-female relation music. They are trying to make it into a music which is for everybody, and it's not so. If you check reggae music way back from when, in the days of what they call rubber dub. What was rubber dub?
Right.
Rubber dub was you and your woman going and dance, and you pin her against the wall and you whine out.
Right.
That was rubber dub, you know.
Right.
And that is no man and man rubber dubbing or woman and woman rubber dubbing. Rubber dub was originally male and female dancing in the dance and wind up on them one another. Right? So if they want a music where them can, and even if they go back to ska is not gay. Ska have nothing to do with gay.
Right.
So I don't see how, well, that's why they target dancehall, because they can DJ about anything you want DJ.
Good,
but
man.
we're going DJ too. You know, we'll find a crowd of people who want that.
So that makes sense for why they're trying to promote this Kofi and Sam Fish to us. They're trying to make it seem like that's what we want to hear, when I don't care nothing about that.
Right. And then now it catch the Rastas sleeping.
Right.
Caught them sleeping, you know. Because originally with the reggae, the Rastas had take over reggae. But then it got hijacked with dancehall. You know, dancehall and reggae is two different music, you know.
Carabacan.
Yeah.
Coming from ska to streggae to reggae to dancehall in the 80s with Yellowman to what it is now. But whatever it is now is not accepted by the international community. But since when we are start singing for international community, what they probably need to do is to get back every single community used to have what you call a dancehall.
Yeah.
A lawn. Maybe they need to go back to that. Put back the lawns in the communities.
They want that Bob Marley music. That's what they want. They want us to love our oppressors, right? They want that one love. Chinese are Jamaicans. East Indians are Jamaicans. East Indians are Trinis, even though the East Indian Trinis are beating the dreads off the Ross in East India, but they want us to love that. That's what they want.
Well, I suppose that's how you get an Israelite to love you. Bossy mass.
Right. That's heavy. That's definitely heavy. That's how you make a donkey follow you, right? You have to beat the donkey so it follows you.
Yeah.
So with that said, Israel, Zephaniah 2:1 says, gather together. That's what we're supposed to do, so we can have our culture. Because there's no way they should be able to cancel anything we do. There's too much of us, right? If we support it by ourselves, we'll be good. That's one thing we knew during the times of Black Wall Street, right? If we support it ourselves, we'll be good. They can't cancel it.
Well, you know, they cancel reggae is really just another name to say we hijacking and taking over reggae.
Right.
Because who is doing reggae now? You have reggae probably bigger in Japan than in Jamaica right now.
They have their Korean reggae. They call it K reggae. It's Salaki.
And our artists now have to be running behind these promoters to get a show. The shows that were in Jamaica, you know, between the government and the police force, they cancel it, talk about violent and causing. And since they cut out during the period there when there was no stage show, and then open up back and still having no stage show, crime was up. So that shows that is not the music doing it.
Right.
Not the music.
Listen, crime was up.
They don't know exactly what is doing it, you know. They know exactly what was doing it. Because they were the ones who brought in the violence in the country.
Right. I was gonna say about the one. Crime has been up since before reggae music. Crime has been up on the island of Jamaica, right? Since Christianity came off that boat.
Well, yes, but when you look at the period, late 70s to 80s, when the CIA intervention, prior to that, we have one of the as a matter of fact, before independence, 1962, Jamaica was like non-existence.
Wow.
It was way
Good
down.
night.
It didn't even pop up on the chart when you talk about crime in countries. Then independence come in. Then you have the period in the 70s, early 80s, and Jamaica is whoops. But what where all the crime is an industry, you know.
Right.
What comes with crime? Careers.
Lawyers.
Police.
Right.
Soldiers,
Right. Judges.
lawyers, judges. All right. Not to mention the security companies. Not to mention the security gadgets. So it's an industry. All these things, you wouldn't need them if crime wasn't high enough. You wouldn't need more police. You wouldn't need more soldiers. You wouldn't need these security gadgets. You would not need a portion of lawyer, the whole heap of lawyer, right? So it's an industry. That is what they are learning, and they are making money from it, making a bag of money out of it, just like in the States. I only hope that the government don't go into this private prison thing, because that is when crime is going to go up.
Good night. Listen, I pray the government falls. Babylon falls way before that. Salakia.
Yeah.
Right. That's what my prayer is. The sky goes black with 200 million angels and flying saucers. Right. They're freaking out right now over balloons. Kayadwan. Balloons are in the sky and they're shooting them down. $400,000 rockets for a $200 balloon. Kayadwan. Salakia, Badawan.
I can't wait till those balloons start shooting back.
Right. Right. Good night. Well, listen, man, I enjoy it as always. I enjoy these conversations with my brothers. This is again the Rise 1969. We're gonna be bringing this podcast to an end. We'll be back at it next week Sunday around 5 o'clock with more topics. If y'all got anything y'all want to talk about, right? You could always email isupkcanada.com. Again, if you want to anything you think we should talk about that pertains to Israel, Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, email isupkcanada@gmail.com. Right, and we'll go over it. If it's Tawab meaning good for the people, we'll definitely bring it out. Again, Thawada for ISUPK Jamaica. I got Officer Abadawan, Officer Baraki Allah, Officer Kayadwan. This has been the Rise 1969. Shalom.
Shalom.